too. Knows about the grind, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to EST Afternoons, live right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. A late change necessary. Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here on this Fridays. We'll take you into the weekend. It is Super Bowl weekend, but Canada, we just had our walkout at the Olympics, which is taking place in like 5 different venues at once. Don't know what's going on with that. Also, multiple other countries. I'm starting with gripe, so apologies to everyone. Multiple other countries had multiple flag bearers. We had 2 flag bearers, but they were the exact same location. They shared walking out with the flag, but then we watched our athletes walk out in other spots and didn't have flags. Don't know why we couldn't name more flag bearers then to equal it, but our Canadians are there. And Gager, there was a little bit of a topic the last couple of days on the Hangout.
Okay.
Jasmine came in and like, our outfits are ugly. They're hideous. The athletes won't want to wear them. They're so terrible. Vogue, by the way, claimed this is one of the best outfits. They walked out. You, Jay, and I were both like, those look good.
They look great.
They looked great.
Yeah. I like the separate pieces for everything, right? That long trench coat, which is awesome, but then the kind of vest throw that's longer, like covers the midsection and down upper that's with the big Canadian
maple leaf in it. It looked awesome. And you saw some people not wear it, so you just saw the jacket. The jacket looked sharp.
Oh, the jacket's unreal.
And then you just have that extra warmth little layer on top that had the maple leaf. It looked great.
It did look great. Who was it, Tommy and Jasmine?
And Belzy.
Belzy. Give your heads a shake.
It looked wonderful. They looked sharp walking out. And looking on their faces, they didn't look like they didn't want to be there with that outfit.
I mean, I like that throw jacket. I think it
was a nice little add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quilted wrap vest.
Yeah.
According to Lululemon. So it's a convertible quilted wrap vest that they threw on top of the jacket, which I think is this jacket right here. No, that's the pants. One. Shell jacket. Yeah. There it is.
I mean, that's
a good
solid jacket.
Just straight up, the jacket looks sharp.
Yeah.
And then you could add the little vest on top of that. Our athletes look great coming out. Our athletes look fantastic. So, sorry, Jasmine, you're completely wrong on that one.
Yeah, completely. Not the first time, but whatever.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't know. There's something about the walkout I love watching. I just have to watch.
Well, they're so
I need
happy
to stop and watch and see our athletes come out.
I like to see the smiles on athletes because all that preparation, all that work, and they're there. You know, they're finally there. The smiles on their faces. A lot of the female hockey team, you saw them in there. And I'm looking forward to this fortnight, Matty. I won't lie.
Do you get the Olympic spirit usually, or are you just getting into it this time?
No, I always do.
You always do?
Yeah. I mean, it's always on. Like, I don't think I watch anything else. Well, obviously, I'll watch the Super Bowl, but whatever. But
it's not on, the Olympics. It's over by then.
I guess.
That works out nicely.
I know. That's perfect.
I'm with you. Like, the Olympics are one for me that I've always just, for the most part, 22 Beijing, I didn't get sucked in. 18 Pyeongchang, time zone was just so tough. It was just almost impossible to get sucked into that one.
Yeah.
But really, anytime the Olympics are on, that's all I want to watch.
Yeah.
I just want to throw on the TV. I want to go. And it sucks because, like, especially the summer one more so than the winter, there's so many different events I want to watch. I'm like, how am I can't watch them all.
I know.
3 events are happening at this exact same time, but I want to focus on one event. Like, I heard you talking about it with Hernan this week that you got into the surfing. Love the surfing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend a whole week just watching surfing. I want to watch other things.
Well, that's where that app comes in handy,
CBC
right?
Gym.
You do have to maybe unplug from social media if you're on there and your attention span is so short that you have to look at your phone every 2 seconds. or turn off notifications. But I like bouncing around within the app and just going, oh, let's go watch some cross country skiing and stuff like that. Like let's watch Canadians and curling. It gives you. It's nice because you don't have to like time it or record it and watch later. It's all on demand. It's great.
I wonder if they have.
There's nothing like watching it live though.
No, I'm not somebody that just generally struggles watching sports not live, like on tape. F1 has kind of been the only sport I could do it because it happens while I'm asleep.
Yeah.
That I could just get up and go straight to my couch and watch it. Then I'm good. But the moment I have to do more, grab my phone, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if Gem has like picture in picture. If you could like throw like a quad box on.
See, that would be.
I have to pay attention to that one.
Speaking of that, so like obviously I get the F1 app.
Yeah.
But I read this year that the Apple is replacing that for US viewers. They want to take over broadcasting F1
Yes, from ESPN and all that.
Yeah, so I don't think it's available in Canada, which is too bad. I wouldn't, but I wonder if it'll be as efficient as the F1 app because it's.
I doubt it. F1's had a chance to perfect it.
It is, yeah.
Apple, when they took over MLS, there's a lot of problems.
Was there?
Like initially, people loved. I know from MLS fans, they liked going on and watching a game delayed, like on replay. But the thumbnail showed the score. And like, so I like right off the bat, they're frustrated. Like, you've already spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even get to this game and click it without you having spoiled it. You've spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. So they had to like work out kinks.
So
I think Apple would get it and they would have to work out kinks. Not saying they won't get there. I don't think it'd be ready to go right off the bat. But yeah, the Olympic ceremonies, they're underway, the opening ceremonies. The Olympics have been underway, but really they don't get underway till the torch gets lit. So I do look forward to when that happens. I did learn though from the Paris. I got very frustrated because it took forever to get to it lit. Well, there's like this horse that went down the river. That took like an hour. I thought once it was done, it was going to light, but no, then they went somewhere else. That finally at some point, I'm like, I'm giving up and driving home. I had time to go home because we had the Nasty Bash that day. I had time to go to Staples, pick up some stuff for the Nasty Bash, get home, settle in, and I still was probably a half hour away before they lit the torch. So I do get annoyed with opening ceremonies from that.
Yeah.
Give me the light torch. Give me the athletes walkout. That's all I need.
It's weird. It's so many locations where they're doing. I get it because I do believe because to Milan from where I was, it was like 4 hours. I think it's like 6 hour drive from Milan to Cortina, and you're going up through the mountains, right? So that's why they probably. I understand, but there's those two other locations. I don't even know where they're at or what events are being played there.
I'm just trying to look online to see if they're not exactly explaining it online on the website, what's going on with it. But yeah, they had the main athletes come out. There was Cortina where athletes came out. And then there's a couple of other locations that if there was athletes, they were coming out too. So it must be just harder to get everyone going back and forth. But the Olympics, they're almost here. Super Bowl's almost here on Sunday as well. By the way, I should tee up what's coming up on the show today. At 1:20-ish, 1:25, we'll do Hernan's World for Edmonton Garrison. At 1:40, I do have some questions for Zach to the future. Olympic Super Bowl related. So
nice.
Be ready to go, Coop. I don't know how you'll do. Right off the bat, Coop, I don't know how you'll do.
I don't know how I'll do either. It's like a.
Well, you
it's
don't
a
know the
pop quiz.
questions, so absolutely
yeah, I
you
know.
don't
Well,
know.
for sure. Now, know the subject, but no studying for me. Okay.
Yeah,
I just roll.
And you get how many?
Roll with the punches.
How many lifelines?
Yeah,
2?
just the one. So
Just
it's
the one?
either go to the nasty chat, ask somebody around.
So it's just
the
one
EST
overall.
offices. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
We wanted to maybe add that I could call my mom or a parent, like go to the phone lines, but
Didn't your mom say no?
yeah,
Didn't
she
wanna do
actually
it?
did. She's like, I don't want to do that. That's too much pressure. It's too much
It's
pressure.
tough when your mom says, "Hey, can I get some help, Mom?"
No.
No.
Yeah,
Do it yourself.
I like it though. That's
Hey, learn.
That's raising someone to be responsible.
Yeah, wasn't she
not a
helping you
helicopter, Mom.
study last week?
She was helping me study, but she doesn't want to give the answer.
No, so I
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
Like help.
Yeah.
That's what she
Beat
did
it
in
into
school.
water, but
Yeah.
not they won't drink for you. type thing,
Exactly.
whatever that is.
Exactly.
Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, he'll join us at 2:20. We'll talk some NFL. And then screw it, let's do a parlay. We're going to build a Super Bowl one. We'll talk it through. we'll see what we want to do. I also do want to do an Olympics parlay, and I might use the Score It Let's Do It time to build an Olympics parlay. I initially had one built to play Alberta. I think I have 4 Canadian golds in there.
Ooh.
And then I want to find a way to add some hockey into it.
Okay.
And it's going to be like, this is one, use your game sense fully. It's a high number. But I've used some predictions and guessing of how well our Canadians are going to do. And it's just a way throughout the tournament to cheer on our Canadians. So
Nice.
That's what I'm going to use that for. Is today very much Super Bowl discussion, very much Olympic discussion. That's all to come. Hernan's World. I'll just throw this out there earlier because Hernan's World has been postponed twice this week. Wednesday, lots of stuff happens in the hockey world. Yesterday, you guys got busy with stuff. So Ku told me that the ideal for Hernan's World was kind of like the ideal Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So foods, halftime shows, all those type of things. So get those thoughts into the Nasty Chat or in the River Cree inbox. That's at 780-218-9999. They have the happy hours that's going on out there at the River Cree IOJ Prime Rib. So I'll be heading out there a little bit. They also have a Super Bowl party there as well. If you're looking for tickets, it's the all-you-can-eat buffet when you're out there. There's also, it's on the commercials. They have leather like loungers you can pay a little extra for. And from what I know, during the Oilers playoff run, it was highly regarded as a place to go. If you weren't going inside Rogers Place, it was get to the River Cree because these watch parties are a lot of fun. So they have it once again for the upcoming Super Bowl game this Sunday. So if you're looking for a place still to go watch it, River Cree Resort and Casino. Super Bowl or Olympics you're getting in. Are you excited for this Super Bowl? You're exactly where I am. I could just tell because you didn't immediately say yes.
Yeah, no, but I'm not. I don't have any kind of attachments to either of these teams. So I guess I'm more interested to see if the Patriots actually win again. Like it's nuts how successful that franchise has been over the past few decades.
They deserve this for all the pain and suffering they've had the last 2 years.
Yeah, like
they deserve this, Gager.
It's not fair. It's really, really not fair to have that much success. But I guess the fact that that Belichick doesn't go in, maybe that's why. That's why. You're not going to go in first time because you've been too successful. But it seems like a kind of a cool matchup. Listening to all the experts, the Legion of Boom 2.0 is interesting. The Drake. I mean, can he overcome this defense? Vrabel having a lot of success. It's cool. There's some storylines that I like about it, and I kind of picked the Patriots to win just because, I don't know, they just seem like they're a team of destiny.
I will add one, which is this is not based purely on any stats or anything really. This is just I'm a believer in history repeats itself, and I brought this up earlier in the lock shop. When Tom Brady and Bill Belichick won their first Super Bowl together, they were all going up against this great offense and this great team in the St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf. It would have been, I don't know if I could quickly find what odds they would have been, but they would have been huge underdogs going into that one. This is going to be the Rams back-to-back Super Bowls. And they shocked the world. They got that first Super Bowl. And I see similarities. I see some similarities. A lot of people thinking that the Seahawks are just going to roll in this game. It's not going to be close. You've got a young quarterback with the new coach in his second spot, just like Bill Belichick was in his second spot as a head coach, if you don't count the Jets when he was the head coach for 20 seconds. That there's a lot, like Drake Maye almost won the MVP yesterday.
Yeah.
He was one vote away from winning the MVP. And that's how close, and just this lack of respect that's given to the Patriots is almost the bulletin board material that Mike Vrabel needs to go in that locker room and get that team ready to go for this game. Like they've had the exact same records. Both have 3 losses. And I understand there's a little bit of a softer schedule for New England, but they still beat some good teams. And I understand the playoffs, they haven't looked that great, but they got the wins.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills aren't here. The Kansas City Chiefs aren't here. The Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals aren't here. The New England Patriots found a way to get here in a season that they were good from almost pillar to post. They had a bad first game against the Raiders, but since week 2, this has been a good football team. And I think this disrespect actually plays into Mike Vrabel's hands.
Well, wouldn't you think, like, it's at a pretty good position in a sense that, have you played your best football up to this point? No. And in a one and done scenario like this, and to know that you have so much better to give, I think you feel good about that. Who is the offensive coordinator for the Pats?
Josh McDaniel.
McDaniel. So McDaniel's been to the Super Bowl, what, like 13 times?
He may be one of the greatest assistant coach in NFL history. Not a great head coach. Don't want him as your head coach.
No. And Vrabel's got obviously Super Bowl experience. So two areas of your, and obviously there's more with the Patriots, but they've been there before, and your leadership has been there before, which I think is very important in situations like this, right? That can, as young guys and maybe not as much experience at this game, to deal with the halftime shows, the 2-week layoff, all the media stuff, like to have that veteran presence, I think helps. And that's kind of why I've chosen the Patriots to win. I think they're going to seem like a team that's been there before.
I'll just go as far, like, I don't see this being a runaway game.
I think it's going to be a good game.
I think we're getting into the fourth quarter. We'll be sitting there and be going, oh, cool. Okay, this is close.
I hope so.
And I'll say also, and look, from a Hurricanes perspective, I heard the exact same things about the Hoosiers going up against the Hurricanes in the national championship a couple weeks ago. It was 7.5, I think, was the spread going into that game. Hoosiers are going to dominate this football game. The Miami Hurricanes had that ball in Carson Beck's hand late in that game with a chance to go win it. Mm-hmm. They didn't, but it was a close football game right till the end.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's close.
I do too. I also it's a little more difficult to me to see this being back-to-back blowout Super Bowls, but you never know. Casino dealer Jay, exactly, Maddie. Pats will be trouble to the Seahawks like how the Giants were to the Pats. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pats destroyed all of our parlays. And that's the one point I will do too, is I will always point that New England Patriots team should have been undefeated. If we played that football game a week later, another game, the Patriots are winning. Yeah. Like a best-of-7 series, the Patriots would be in the Giants. But in football, it just takes one game.
Yeah.
You just need Sam Darnold to have one bad throw to start that game in the first quarter, and all of a sudden the Seahawks spiral or whatever it might be. That's what makes football one-off games so special. Imagine if the Stanley Cup went to one game.
Well, at least we wouldn't have to wait around for 2 months to find out the winner.
Hey, Oilers would have been Cup winners last year too. They won game 1.
So when I was younger, the first round was a best of 5.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I do like best of 7.
Me
if
too.
We're doing best ofs.
Okay.
Because I do think like a best of 5, I think there still is a situation where
the best team isn't winning.
I think more often than not, I think best of 7, the best team deserves the team that deserves to win comes out on top. Whereas a best of 5, I think I've seen in past where a team still, like, you just have that one bad game and all of a sudden you're behind the 8 ball and it could cause a little bit more problems.
What about 2-game total goals?
Going soccer, home and away.
Yeah.
It does make things exciting.
Oh, yeah.
It does make things exciting. Bronco Nick, New England has no business being in the Super Bowl. They'll lose 7-17, 34-17. If can't bet on ifs, Maddie. If Knicks played against the Patriots are not winning. Yeah, but they won. I don't need to go on ifs. All of this is ifs.
You don't know that. If Bo Nix plays, they're winning? You really think? You can assume.
Bronco Nick, I sense the bias that you have that your Broncos are out and the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. But also, if you want to play that game, you can make the argument that it should have been the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. Home in New England, and they wouldn't have had to been going on the road because many would argue that was a catch. And you got lucky on that catch. Or it should have been pass interference at the end of regulation, potentially. And I don't care about that holding in overtime that would have given you a safety. Buffalo would have won in regulation if they called it pass interference. So let's not play this if game when it comes to that. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Iwanyk. We got Zachary Kubish with you here as well. As I said, we've got Zach to the future. We'll attempt it. Later in this hour, we've got Lee Hacksaw Hamilton coming up at 2:20. We want to get your thoughts as well. 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree inbox. We're in the William Huff studio here on the west end of town. We'll get to a Coupe Sports update, and on the other side of the break, it is Hernan's World for the Edmonton Garrison Golf Memorial Edmonton Garrison Golf. I'll just leave it at that one right now. Here's Coupe with an update.
Gavin McKenna's felony aggravated assault charge has been dropped after prosecutors reviewed video of the incident that occurred on January 31st, where McKenna allegedly struck a male in the face, resulting in injuries. The 18-year-old Penn State product is still facing misdemeanor charges, including simple assault, disorderly conduct, and engaging in fighting and harassment. In Oil Kings action, they face off against the Warriors at 7 o'clock from Rogers Place. Meanwhile, the 9 and 10 Ooks men's hockey team visits Augustana to meet the Vikings at 7 o'clock. Golden Bears hockey, the Thunderbirds roll to town from UBC. That's a 7 o'clock start for them at Claire Drake. They rematch tomorrow, same place, same time. For the Elks, they've officially signed Jacob Plamondon for next season. He's been with the club since being selected 19th overall in the 2022 CFL draft. Right now, at the Phoenix Open Round 2, Hideki Matsuyama leads at 10 under through 18 holes played. Canadian Mackenzie Hughes is 6 under, tied at 6th, playing 5 holes on the day. More with Matt Iwanyk and Joaquin Gage following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Luke Gazdik's going to join us. The past, we've seen with Knobloch that I think he really starts to get desperate when he throws those guys out there like crazy. Like McDavid playing 27 last night. I get it's the last game before the break, but that is a lot of ice for one guy to carry. And I just think Leon is probably on point there with, like, start spreading it out.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Reese Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Back here on EST. It is EST Afternoons. Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here. Portions of this hour are brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. You can go there this Sunday for the big game between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Is that you in the nasty chat, Coop? Sports Talk Edmonton?
Yes.
Oh, okay, just making sure we're good. Oh, Bronco Nick. New England mustered 3 points against Denver. Stidham gave them the other 7. Seattle has a similar defense and way better offense than what New England faced in Denver. Okay, so here's what you're telling me there, Bronco Nick, though. New England still managed to beat the Denver Broncos. They found a way to get that victory. I don't care that Stidham gave them the other 7 points. They found a way to get the ball. They found a way. It's not about how you get the win. Did you get the win? And they got the win. And this is it's not like they're a 8-9 football team that found their way on a magical playoff run. This has been a good football team all year that has found a way to get wins. And the Seattle Seahawks do not have the runner-up to the MVP of this season. It is the New England Patriots, who also still have a very good defense. Who's to say that this New England defense won't be able to find some turnovers on Sam Darnold? But there's a reason we play these football games. Let's get to Hernan's World, which is for Edmonton Garrison Golf Club. Shake off the rust and get ready for the golf season at the Garrison. Pay your membership in full or set up a payment plan before March 31st and score an early bird gift. Choose 4 green fee passes for family or friends, 2 green fees plus range balls, or 20 large buckets on the range. Bring your crew, groove your swing, and start the season strong. Early bird gifts ends March 31st only at the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Country Club. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. A great place to go golfing, and if this weather holds, maybe golf will be soon this year.
Oh, Matty, you just jinxed it.
Knocking on wood. Does Hernan have the music, or do you have the music? Is there any music?
There usually is, but I don't have it, unfortunately.
Perfect. That's fine. That's wonderful.
Yeah, just doing it live.
Hey, it's we're all too busy with the opening ceremonies. India's walking out right now with their 2 athletes. Oh, except there's no athlete. This is Iran. Sorry.
Yeah, they got 4.
They just moved. There's in the main stadium. They have no athletes in the main stadium.
Oh, that's
this
awful.
person's just walking out. Oh, there they are. They're in
Livigno.
She just had to walk out with the sign, like by herself.
I like those jackets, though.
Those are really nice. Did you notice her sign was like a block of ice?
Yeah,
I just noticed
that's what I said. I go, is that real ice? Probably not.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the snow that they're walking on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like those jackets.
These are fun. Yeah, those are nice.
Those are good.
Canada's are better.
Yeah, way better. But I like because they got the colors of the flag incorporated into their jacket for Iran.
See, now we got Ireland. Do they have any athletes in the main stadium?
No, just a block of ice.
This is just so weird to me that you have the main stadium and you don't have an athlete. And then they come out in a completely different, and they don't even have a flag bearer right now.
Is it Ireland?
This is also weird. Okay, let's get to Hernan's World. I'm getting distracted. Good thing this star here is to block me. Hernan's World. Zach, do you have a better explanation of Hernan's World that Hernan was going for yesterday?
Yeah, so kind of what he told me, he's like, I'm kind of wanting to hear what you guys have for a dream Super Bowl is kind of how I took it in. He wanted to hear from us about our dream halftime show, whether it's happened before, living or dead, and a musician. Maybe mix a couple musicians. And what are you sipping on and what are you enjoying food-wise?
Eat food.
During the game. Like, okay, what is your dream ideal?
So 3 categories to fill out for all of us here as well as all you nasties. Your number 1 food choice for Super Bowl, your number 1 drink choice for Super Bowl, and your dream Super Bowl halftime show. Coop, we'll start with you. Let's do food first.
Well, if you guys listen to the show, you know how much I love food.
Do you?
I do love food.
Seriously?
I know. It's unreal. Who would have thought that? I can eat a lot of food. I can eat a lot of food, whether it's nachos or wings or whatever. Honestly, I'm not too picky, but if I had to pick just one, it'd have to be absolutely like loaded nachos. Like you get some brisket on there or like beef, maybe some chicken. You got the jalapenos and then you have the sour cream. Like, oh my gosh, you get it all. Just, I would be nibbling on that throughout the entire game.
You put meat on your nachos?
I like some ground beef on it.
Do you?
I think Century.
It's not needed, but
I don't like it. I don't like meat on my nachos.
No?
It gets all soggy. I just like chips, cheese, guac, jalapenos.
And the veggies?
Veggies, onions. Black olives.
And this is at Century. I was double checking that you could, because they have that smoked brisket cheesesteak sandwich. That you could add the smoked brisket onto your nachos.
Oh, okay.
And I remember doing that a couple years ago, and it was fantastic.
I bet it's, I mean, big strips.
I will say this: if you're adding that meat, the sogginess that takes away from leftover nachos.
Yeah,
it hurts it because it gets like the chips do get a lot soggier, so that does struggle. If you are going to crush it, which I think Coob and I'll save it myself
easily.
I'll probably crush it in one sitting.
Yeah.
I do like adding some meat to it.
Okay, all right.
Not as much chicken. It's usually the beef.
Okay.
I haven't had chicken too often myself. Yeah, usually it's the ground beef.
What's your go-to?
It's got to be wings, man.
Yeah.
Simple. With a bunch of different dips, though. Like I like the. Do you go breaded? I think you go a breaded wing.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want just a standard regular wing with different sauces?
Yes.
Or do you want like hot wing, mild? Like,
no.
Or do you want different styles of wings?
I just want. You can basically just go a simple salt and pepper wing.
Okay.
But then different dips. So you got an extremely hot, probably, a parm garlic one. Can't go wrong with blue cheese and maybe even ranch.
I was going with nachos, but since Coop went there, I could go with the backup on this one, and it's just good old pizza.
Oh,
just get me some good old tray of pizza. And at Century, I'm just going to give another tip. Jay and I were there for Green and Gold a couple years ago, so we know a few things about it. If you're ordering their pizza there, ask for it well done. I've never done it before.
Really?
But there, you ask for it well done, and it just takes it to another level. Yes.
I never even thought
If you ever
of that.
get their pizza there, ask it. If you're going on Sunday, ask for it well done. Straight up. Pizza, though, it's just such an easy thing to crush. It's that or nachos for me, or the two. What were you going to say, Coop?
The well done pizza, it's amazing. Like I think either Jay or you said that to me before, and we had it I think last year at Century there, but it was phenomenal. Like I'm looking forward to it again because I think I'm gonna get the well done, pizza, and I'll probably get some nachos too. I'll get a bit of everything to keep me satisfied throughout the game.
Carrying the flag.
Nice. That's cool.
So they're doing those. See, I wonder what Jasmine thinks about those outfits. They have like this similar type. It's almost more of a poncho-esque that's over top.
I like that too.
Well, I wonder what she thinks, because if she likes those, it's kind of hypocritical, I would say. Your go-to drink for the Super Bowl. Oh, actually, before you do that, I'll quickly read off. What do we got? Baptized Big U, 6 o'clocker lager, buffalo chicken dip, and ABBA. Mex Bezozu, Radiohead for his halftime show, some sort of Wagyu nachos. Ooh. That would be something. But your drink. Go-to drink.
I mean, you could go with the wobbly pop here. That's a fair option. I'm not going to count water as a drink because you always get the water at the table. So I could crush probably a whole 2-liter pitcher of this by myself, and I probably will at some point throughout the game.
Coke.
Diet Coke, or if they don't have Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi.
Gosh, that's
awful. I know. I mean, just. Eric, when I first met him, like we're working at the old place and the street team for 1260, and we would go to the brew house for Monday, Thursday night football games, and that's what I get like every time. And the waiter would keep coming around and just filling it up, topping it off, because I was working. I was responsible at that time. So, I mean, it's a long time. We're gonna be there Super Bowl Sunday. It's gonna be a good time. So a lot of Diet Coke to get the caffeine rush going.
You know what I like? If you get access to it, go get one of those little pony kegs.
Oh yeah.
You put it in a big bin, bunch of ice. You put the keg in there, and you just have your simple draft beer. This is if you're at home watching, right? But pretty cool. Everyone can go and get their own beers, and out of the on a frosty mug, watching the Super Bowl at home. I like that.
Yeah, this is something that screams Super Bowl. It's a beer.
It's a beer, right?
Like I've done it, and I've grabbed wine, and I'll probably on Sunday go towards a wine at some point. They are wonderful, but it doesn't feel Super Bowl.
No,
right?
It's where do you watch most? I mean, you're either at home or at a sports bar watching. and you're drinking beer.
It's beer.
Yeah.
It's the beer that you need. It goes like with pizza or wings or nachos.
Exactly.
It's beer that works with it best. Like especially that type of pizza. Like so to me, it's and then like the 6 o'clocker is just so easy.
Perfect.
It's a great beer.
And on draft, so good.
Throw a lime into it.
Oh,
in
I
the
haven't
6
done that.
o'clocker.
Yeah, it's like Bud Light lime type
Yeah.
stuff. That's all you do.
Yeah.
And grab a couple of limes, throw it in there. I do that. That's one of my tricks for it.
I might have to try that, Matty. I should have thought of that. Why wouldn't you?
Just get a couple of limes, pour that in a glass. Put
A
the
crisp
lime on
lager with a lime wedge.
It's wonderful.
Enhance.
It's top notch. Okay, dream halftime show.
Oh boy, I like the ABBA pick from Big Uke there. That would be a great halftime show. Now, there's been rap sort of ones in the past, like they had 50 Cent and Kendrick and like Eminem all out there. I think something like that would be cool, just a whole mirage of people. But that's kind of being cheap. I got to be honest. Like to pick one person, and this guy's coming to Edmonton now. Post Malone.
Really?
Prime
anyone
Post Malone.
in the world, present or past, you're saying Post Malone is the one you'd want?
I just really want to see the guy, man. And it would have to be in Jerry's world because he is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh,
so
yeah?
that would only be fitting. He's a big Cowboys guy. So that would be phenomenal. And he put on a great show. Like he'd play rock, he'd mix in some other songs, I think maybe from other artists too. But I mean, he's in his country phase right now. But I think prime Post Malone was like 5 or so years ago, and he had some radio hits, that's for sure.
I like that, Coob. I don't mind it. Kind of Machine Gun Kelly-ish if you got Post Malone just at a higher level. Because he was good. I have to say he was great. But
that's funny you say that. That's it. When we're at a group chat, we're trying to guess who the halftime show was. Yeah. And somebody did say Post Malone. Like, yeah, I think it was like, it's close to that.
Yeah.
And then you bring that up.
I would have to go just because I miss this guy. He's one of my favorite artists all the time. But if you could somehow bring back Chris Cornell and have him do it.
Yeah.
And just hit some Audio Slave, some old Soundgarden, maybe even a little bit of the Singles soundtrack would be great. Temple of the Dog. Maybe Eddie Vedder comes out for the Hungry. Yeah.
See, for me, I've seen, like, if I go to some of my favorite artists ever, I've actually, 2 of them have gotten to do it. Tom Petty did it, and Coldplay did it. So I wouldn't want to go with them or anything. I would want to say Tom Petty just because then that means he's back and he's doing it one more time. I was thinking of a few, and it's funny because the 2 I was thinking of, Coop, that they're coming to Edmonton as well this year. But the one I'm going to go with is AC/DC.
Oh.
But because part of this is you have to be able to put on, you have to be able to match a stadium. And then the energy of a stadium. And the other one would be Foo Fighters. I think with Dave Grohl, I've seen them do Wembley. Like, not in person. I've seen a video of them doing Wembley. I think they would put on a great show. But from that rock perspective, AC/DC would be the one that more prime AC/DC, not current AC/DC.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
one, I'm bringing Malcolm, back from the dead and all that. I'm putting. I don't know if you necessarily need Bon Scott for that one. But if we're doing a dream one, have Bon Scott and Brian Johnson.
Why not? Get them all. Get them all out there.
We're bringing people back from the dead. There would be that for the Bon Scott part of that. I don't think Led Zeppelin would do well. I said that one came in my mind. I think they're with the music. That wouldn't be a great halftime show for a sporting event.
No. Today, it wouldn't be.
No.
Right?
I don't think their songs would work well.
No one listens to they're not really pump-up songs. You don't hear it that much anymore.
Yeah,
right?
and like the one, like Stairway to Heaven's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Such a slow build into it and stuff. I don't think they would do well.
Do you think as an opener for the Super Bowl, right?
Like the Green Day role?
Yeah.
Which actually,
I think they would do fantastic in a role like that, though. But not as a halftime show.
I have to say it. I haven't said this entire time. I love all the heat Bad Bunny's getting.
Oh, it's so dumb.
What's going on?
And Green Day's performing. Like, no one's talking about Green Day. And it's a political issue for Bad Bunny. Like, it's a political thing. I'm not getting into it right or wrong. But Green Day is just so political.
Yeah.
That they must be laughing.
Like,
that they are going to be performing at the Super Bowl at some point, and no one's talking about what they're going to do with this.
Yeah.
They got in trouble with the NHL because they said the F word or something.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, that's almost expected though from Green Day, in a sense, but maybe from Bad. I don't know. I don't know what's going on fully with Bad Bunny, but I mean,
people
the rap's already there, right?
They're losing their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Big Dave, Dream halftime show, Gwar. It'd be historical.
Oh
which
my
would be
gosh.
great.
They would drop cannon. You know, they get the whole setup going, and everyone. It would be like a Nickelodeon.
You want to talk about
if you
a
want
show that's going to get political and people are going to get all upset? That would be it.
Go with Rammstein then.
Oh, Rammstein. Oh, that'd be so much
Has
fun.
Metallica done a halftime?
No.
Really?
No.
That's shocking to me.
Collingwood Rob, barbecue ribs, tequila sunrise, U2. Mike the Michigan fan. I'd have to go with smoked party ribs for my food. They're a game changer. A Moretti for a drink, and Motley Crue, which would be great. Pizza
Prime
Boy,
Crew.
who was just here, thin crust pizza with jalapeno, feta, pineapple, honey, and ginger ale, and a ginger ale for him. And then Grumpy Cat, chicken over beef for nachos, but Gager's right. It needs to be properly layered and baked to not get soggy. So those are the few things that are coming up there. That was Hernan's World, which is for Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Country Club. When we come back, Zach to the future. I've got some questions. Did them late, so we'll see how well this goes. He's Zachary Kubish. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Iwanyk. This is EST Afternoons, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Zach to the future, following a Zach Sports update here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
Gavin McKenna's felony aggravated assault charges have been dropped. Assault charge has been dropped after prosecutors reviewed video of an incident that occurred January 31st where McKenna allegedly struck a male in the face, resulting in injuries. The 18-year-old Penn State product is still facing misdemeanor charges, including simple assault, disorderly conduct, and engaging in fighting and harassment. In Oil Kings action, they face off against the Warriors at 7 from Rogers Place. Meanwhile, the 9 and 10 Ooks men's hockey team visits Augustana to meet the Vikings at 7. Golden Bears hockey, the Thunderbirds roll to town from UBC. That's a 7 o'clock start from Claire Drake. They rematch tomorrow, same time, same place. And for the Elks, they've officially signed Jacob Lamondon for next season. He's been with the club since being drafted by the team in 2022. Round 2 at the Phoenix Open, Hideki Matsuyama leads at 10 under through 18 holes played. Canadian Mackenzie Hughes has slid to 13th place at 5 under, playing 7 holes on the day. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Zach to the future brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
But also, he says, and I think everyone's focusing on the coaching comment, but skipping the part where he says it comes from the top. Because he talks about coaching, and then he immediately says there's only 4 or 5, you can't win with just 4 or 5s going. And he says it starts from the top. And to me, that's Jeff Jackson and Stan Bowman. I think he's talking about the roster at that. I think he's talking about the guys in the suits, and not the guy on the bench.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Here, EST Afternoons, Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here. Coming up at 3 o'clock, it's the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. They'll be on until 6 o'clock tomorrow on the station. Hello Hockey at 10 a.m. With Tom, Belzy, and Benny.
Matthew Darsh will be on Hello
nice.
Hockey. Yes.
Pipeline Show on our audio streams tomorrow, 2 o'clock, a replay of What Were We Saying with Big Uke and Tube Socks. That's going on our audio streams. If you missed that yesterday, which was live, you can catch a replay of that tomorrow. We'll find them wherever you get your podcasts. And then we're back Monday morning with live programming at 6 a.m., but many of us will be at Century Casino for the Super Bowl on Sunday. It is time for Zach to the Future. Is there any music that I need to be aware of for this one, Zach?
Well,
yes,
this is actually the one that I got tunes for. You want me to roll it?
Yes, please.
Oh,
are you gonna roll it?
I went to. I misclicked. Hold on. Hold on. Let's try that again. Let's try that.
Sure. There it is.
Time traveling is just too dangerous. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott.
And that's it, baby.
Okay, that's just a hard ending.
Short, sweet.
So I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. I don't know how I'm going to word this seventh question. It's a mix of Olympics, Super Bowl, and football sporting movies. I've tried to mix things up, so I'm going all over the place with certain things.
Okay.
Guy Flaming texting in. 10,000 expected tonight at the Oil Kings game.
Wow, Flaming.
Great game.
All right.
Good job. Let's start with Olympics. We got the opening ceremonies underway out in Milan.
And Cortina.
And a couple of other places. Leon Draisaitl carried the flag for Team Germany. He looked very happy doing so. Maybe we'll have to grab that for later and show people for those on YouTube. Okay, Coop. Who broke a 50-year gold medal drought at the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake for Canada?
A 50-year gold medal drought.
50-year gold medal drought was broken in 2002 at the Salt Lake Olympic Games for Canada.
So just for the entire Olympics in general or specific?
For that sport, discipline. For that, that's discipline. It was a 50-year drought for Canada to get a gold medal. We broke the drought in 2002.
Who broke it? Well, that's an answer I don't actually know.
I got him right off the bat.
Yeah.
This is tough. I have to go use do I have to use my wild card this early?
So again, 2002 Winter Olympics, Salt Lake. Who
Salt
broke
Lake City.
a 50-year gold medal drought for Canada? I don't know what the caster. No caster.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna go use my wild card really early on.
Who are you using?
I'm gonna go ask. I always ask Reed.
I think that's the right
I
person.
think that's
Tommy is still here. Jay's here too. I wouldn't ask Benny.
Well, I wouldn't either. To be honest, him and I were kind of. He'd be dumbfounded.
You could ask Gager. He doesn't.
No,
know
you can't
the
ask me.
question.
You can't ask me.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of want
question, so I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go Astrid.
Okay, you're asking who? Reed? Okay. I'm surprised this one was a little bit of a stumper. I think it's also because I said who.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm pretty, well, I just got to make sure. I don't want to look because I'm pretty sure I know.
Well, no, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, is this a trick question?
Well, it's because I had to label the who.
Yeah.
And I'll explain. Like, I think grammatically, I am correct with all of
You are. That's fine.
So it's who broke a 50-year gold medal drought at the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City for Canada. Coop's coming back.
I'm stunned.
Coop, what did Reed tell you? What's your answer?
I'm stunned, actually. 50 years from gold medals for the men's Olympic hockey team. For Team
Ding.
Canada.
Oh, I don't have the ding. Is there a ding here?
There might be.
Let me double check. Well, you got that.
He usually plays it off.
No, that's not going to work.
Oh, that's
okay.
a ticker.
Okay, I'll give you that one
over there.
Let's
Here, I'll give you. You get a let's go.
There we
yes,
go.
that is correct. The who I think got people thinking of a single individual.
Wait a second.
But it's who did it. It was the Canadian men's Olympic ice hockey team that broke a 50-year drought.
Because not.
Oh, do you have it here?
Is there?
Which one? Ah, there we go.
There it is.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. So Coop is 1 for 1 right there. But yes, it was. We hadn't won gold for the men's side.
50 years.
Wasn't it the? Who won
It was the Edmonton
prior?
Mercury.
That's what I was going to say. I thought it was the Edmonton Mercury that did it prior. But yeah, we hadn't won. NHLers weren't there until 96. 96.
Was it 96?
What?
98. Sorry,
98.
Nagano. 98.
Yeah. That was the one they didn't pick Gretzky for the shootout. And then that's where I was like, okay, they mentioned that then. And then they had the whole summit, and Gretz became GM.
And then Gretz had the press conference where he got mad at officiating because we were getting screwed.
Yeah, he got
mad.
testy.
He got mad about how some of the calls were going against Canada.
It was weird to see him. I remember
that gold medal game.
Yeah, I remember. Like, it was so uncharacteristic to see Wayne mad at the establishment, right? Like, he was visibly just irate.
And then Joe Sakic 2 goals. I think Iginla 2 goals.
That was
scored in the gold medal game.
The ridiculous non-touch by Mario from
because Korea scored that one. Then I think,
or was it Iginla?
Or that because the pass went through his legs. He just opened up his legs and it just went through.
Yeah,
just incredible. But that was it was Canada men's. So there you go, Coop. You are right.
I think I need to study up.
But you have no more. You have no more lifelines. I will stick with Olympics. Who won Canada's first ever gold medal on home soil?
Oh, we were talking about this on the Hangout the other day. Oh boy,
it was in 2010.
Yeah, I know. I know it was in
Montreal.
Yeah.
It happened in Vancouver. It was supposed to be. I'm gonna a little bit. It was supposed to be Jennifer Heil, Spruce Grove native.
Yeah.
She ended up winning silver, so we had to wait an extra day. But it happened.
I'm bad with Olympians. I'm bad with international sports.
You didn't get a chance to prep. I didn't know how hard I was able to make this.
No.
We did mention this name this week, though.
It was?
Yeah. And it was mentioned when I was on the Hangout, too. Why can't I think of a name? I don't know. I know it's not Sidney Crosby, but I'm going to go with him.
Alex Bilodeau. Alex Bilodeau.
Alex Bilodeau. Okay.
What a run.
Yeah.
Boo! You suck! Go!
That was awesome when he won. And then he embraced his brother at the end.
Who has Down syndrome, I believe it was?
Yeah, I think so.
And it was just a historic moment.
Yeah.
It was it was such a wonderful moment for them and the family. But then it was also just one of those where, like, Canada, we finally have a gold on home soil. And it kicked off just such a magical Olympics for all of us.
Didn't the Australian skier who's he's Canadian, I think, didn't he make a big protest that he should have won? Do you remember? Or am
I don't remember that one.
Okay. I might be out to
I'd have
lunch,
to go
but I
look on that one.
that kind of tarnished it a little bit. But
okay, Coop, do you want to go to Super Bowl or movies?
I need to get one right here. I'll go to movies.
What movie did Keanu Reeves? He played a character. He played a different character. Lead a ragtag group of players for the Washington Sentinels.
Oh. Hold on. Was he a goalie in this one?
This is football.
Football.
Oh, this is football.
Washington Sentinels were a football team. He led a ragtag group of players for the Washington Sentinels. Gene Hackman coached them. And how was it? It was they were scabs because the regular players were put on strike. I think that doesn't give anything away.
Wow.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
And 1260 played his speech in the huddle all the time. Right?
Yeah, he played Shane Falco. Thank you, Caster, 1990. Keanu Reeves played Shane Falco.
One with the speech.
I think I might be so harsh on Coop today.
The only name I can think of is Friday Night Lights.
Nope.
And I don't even know what that's.
Is that final answer? I should say.
That's final answer.
No, the replacements.
The replacements.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
I think you're gonna struggle.
This is. This might be the worst performance
based on this. Okay,
you're like Will at Kind of Easy Trivia.
I was gonna say this right off the bat. There is gonna be a day where you're gonna do this to me. When I'm in for these boys when they're doing the morning show at the end of the month, we'll do reverse.
Yeah,
sure.
And you need to, because I didn't know whether these are hard or not. Clearly, they are showing up to being hard.
Well, like I was saying, I mean, like I'm trying to think of would I've known that in 2010? I'm like I was 7 years old at the for the first Canadian gold medal, but that should be known knowledge.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the movies. In the movie Longest Yard, what was Paul Crewe accused of doing illegally in football?
Ooh,
doing illegally, putting stickum on his hands. Final answer. I don't know.
He doesn't even. No, just giving up. I love it.
No, I'm done.
This is Adam Sandler's
my
character,
fate.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember?
Was it a DUI?
Oh.
That's why he went to jail, but that wasn't what he was accused of doing in the NFL or in football. He was known for something in football that was
he point shaving?
That's what it was. Point shaving. It took him a long time. He finally admitted it to everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was point shaving. Okay, Coop, you're 1 of 4. Let's see if we could finish this off strong.
25%.
Who did the New England Patriots beat for their first ever Super Bowl?
Oh, there's so many. Hold on, I was looking back on
Talked about this just a couple segments ago.
In the kitchen, we talked about this too. You got a really good memory, Coop. It's just really, really short.
Yeah, I'd agree. I know. Second one thing comes in, I got to save space for the other
Greatest
thing.
show on turf.
Oh, LA Rams. Final answer. No, wait. Yeah, I said final answer.
No, I'll let you go.
I said final answer already.
I'll let you go.
Seahawks. I can't remember. I'm all flustered right now. I don't know. I knew this last week.
What's the nickname of the team that you said?
Which one?
What was it? Okay, wait. I'm trying to help you get this right. The first team you said. What was that first team you said?
What do I always say to you, Coop?
What was that first team you said?
Did I say LA Rams?
Did you say Rams?
I said Rams.
Yeah, and then say final answer.
Final answer. But it's St. Louis Rams.
There we go.
It's St. Louis Rams.
Yeah,
I said LA Rams. I knew it was Rams.
I'm giving you that one.
I'm folding under pressure here, boys.
No, that's fine. That's
I might need one of those watches that show my heart rate because I'm sweating right now, like big time. Jeez.
Who did the Seattle Seahawks beat for their first and only Super Bowl victory?
Oh God.
I think it was 2013.
2013
or so.
Broncos. Final answer.
Good
job, Coop.
Okay, I got a final question.
Holy cow.
But I don't know if I'll ask this final question. Do you know David Tyree's catch, the helmet catch? Have you seen that?
Oh, I thought that was his full name, Davis Tyree's catch.
David Tyree's, his helmet catch in the
Tyrese.
Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Or it gets stuck?
He holds it on the back of his
Oh,
head.
yeah.
And then-
Okay, sure.
True or
If you say
false? Well, do you remember seeing it? Do you remember the play?
I don't remember seeing it live.
Have you
I saw it at one point. I've definitely
highlights of
seen
that. Okay,
yeah.
true or false? That was his last ever catch in the National Football League.
That's a hyper-specific question, buddy.
It's 50%, Coop.
I know. That is a hyper-specific because it's so... I want to ask his age, but that... You know what? I'm going to say that was his final catch. Final answer.
Yay! Good.
What a way to go out.
It was his final. He went to the Ravens eventually. He was in training camp. Did play preseason, but he never caught another regular season or playoff catch ever again.
Really?
And his last catch ever in the National Football League was the catch in that Super Bowl, the helmet catch. There you go. Kobe bounced back strong there.
Yeah.
Ended up getting 4 right, 3 wrong.
Hernan would only
We
have
helped
given
you
me
with some
half
stuff.
marks, though,
Yeah.
if I said LA Rams. You know what I mean? I know they're in St. Louis.
We challenged you. We pushed you. And now, at the end of the month, you could challenge me. You could push me. And I'll say, bring it.
I don't even know what I'm going to do. It's going to be so maniacal, Maddie. You're going to go 0 for 7. No, I'm not going to do that to you.
Do it.
Well, what was it? We used to do heat and smoke. And I would be like, who in the 1960s got a hat trick in back-to-back games?
He was pretty hard on us.
Yeah, those ones.
Those ones were hard.
Those
I
were
did
tough.
a few of those. That's Zach to the future here on Edmonton Sports Talk, EST Afternoons. In the final hour of the show, which is coming up next, we've got Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. We've got Screw It, Let's Do It. We'll build a parlay for the Super Bowl. I also want an Olympic parlay to build. But up next, we'll continue in the River Cree inbox at 780-218-9999. He's Gager. I'm Matt, alongside Zachary Kubish. We'll have a little break. Zachary Kubish Sports Update, and then we'll be back here on EST Afternoons right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Leon Draisaitl, here's what he said after the loss to the Flames.
I don't know. We're just giving up too many goals.
So I'm glad Draisaitl came out there and said we are giving up too many goals. Now, recognizing it and doing something about it are two different things, but I'm glad at least one of the two biggest names on the team in terms of players recognized it.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like face-off fried pickles and steins of Bud Light. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Gavin McKenna's felony aggravated assault charge has been dropped after prosecutors reviewed video of the incident that occurred on January 31st, where McKenna allegedly struck a male in the face, resulting in injuries. The 18-year-old Penn State product is still facing misdemeanor charges, including simple assault, disorderly conduct, and engaging in fighting and harassment. On ice level, the Oil Kings, they're in action. They face off against the Warriors at 7 from Rogers Place. Meanwhile, the 9 and 10 Ooks men's hockey team visits Augustana to meet the Vikings at 7. In Golden Bears hockey, the Thunderbirds roll to town from UBC. That gets going at 7 o'clock. from the Claire Drake. They rematch tomorrow. Same time, same place. For the Elks, they've officially signed Jacob Lamondon for next season. He's been with the club since being selected 19th overall in the 2022 CFL draft. In round 2 at the Phoenix Open, Hideki Matsuyama leads at 10 under through 18 holes played, and Mackenzie Hughes, Canadian, has dropped to 21st, 4 under through 8 holes played. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Here on EST Afternoons in the William Huff studio on the west end of town. They've provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of value clients. Give them a call. Check them out, their website, williamhuff.com. The phone number is 780-454-4536. They did a wonderful job for some of the stuff we needed for the EST Fun Spill, presented by Hammer Injury Law last Saturday. Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here on EST Afternoons. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, he'll be joining us in about 15 minutes' time, so we'll have to break a little bit early because we went along with Zach to the future. We're almost done the athletes walk for the opening ceremonies. United States are walking out right now. We've got France. I'm trying to figure out why France is going so late. And then Italy. I wonder if maybe it's because they're hosting the next
Is it
Winter
France?
Games. The next Winter Games is in the French Alps, if I'm not mistaken. Which,
Nice.
by the way, so there's a lot of discussion about the hockey rink,
yeah.
and I don't know if you've seen any photos, like how there's space between the boards and the seats.
Oh, is there?
There's quite a bit of space,
Okay.
where people are like, well, why couldn't they then just actually still install it properly? What I saw is that for the French ones, basically they're going inside, basically I think like a soccer stadium, and they're cutting it in half. And they're putting the rink on one side, rink on the other side, seats in between, kind of blocked off. Each will be 17,000. There's going to be a lot of space between the boards and the stand.
Yeah.
So it is going to look weird. But they don't obviously need hockey rinks in France. They're not exactly playing a lot of ice hockey on a general basis.
There's a league there.
But they don't need a 17,000 seat arena for those leagues. That's the
Probably
difference.
not. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if that's why they're second last. Actually, so I was telling you this story, and I'll quickly just tell this story. Back in the Montreal Olympics, so how the athletes walkout happens is Greece always goes first. Greece is where the Olympics began. Greece always gets the opening walkout. Host country always gets the last walkout naturally because big roar for them. But then it's alphabetical, done in the language of the country or the host city. So here it's based off Italian. All the countries written out in Italian. Whoever had the U.S. Olympics, the producer of it, back when it was in Montreal, he didn't know that they were doing the alphabetical order in French.
Oh, really?
He thought it was in English. So they were in the E's, and they went to commercial break.
Oh, when they missed.
And the United States is A2 uni or however it's pronounced, but but alphabetically, United States is actually in the E spot French wise, or that's how they did it for those Olympics. And they cut to commercial, and they missed when their athletes walked out.
I hate to say it, but what an American mistake.
It's so true. Like
it's a very American mistake to make.
We're always at the very end. It's all good.
They don't speak American. Oh, I love that.
I bet there's probably a rule now since then is that everything's done alphabetically except the United States. They have to be near the end so that they can't screw this up.
Or there's like a couple Post-it notes. Make sure you remind these guys that it's spelt a little differently here.
Yeah, when I read that story this week, I really liked it.
That's funny.
Yeah, you guys had a chance to talk Jarvis, and because that happened during your guys' show yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you worried about Canada in any way? Like, where are you coming out for Canada's men's team for winning this?
It's the names. It's such a good team. I mean, there could be the only concern you have with this team is is certain players that maybe aren't playing at their best that what we've seen right now. But for the most part, those players are on teams that really aren't doing well. And I just think, and if you look at, let's just say like Colton Parenko right now, once he gets around all these other guys, it'll almost be a breath of fresh air, I think, for him.
Well, what does Parenko play with St. Louis? Is he top deep pairings?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the one thing, too, that we have to remember is that some of these guys, they get dropped down.
I mean,
you're sheltered.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're playing with such good players, too, right? Like,
it elevates you?
Yeah. You're going to, like, the first practice is going to be, not that there's not a lot of skill on most NHL practices, but I'm always reminded of the first Olympics that Carey Price went to and won. Was that
14?
That was 14, right?
Because it was Luongo, Brodeur, and Smith, I believe.
10, yeah.
10.
And it was Smith again.
Or Smith was 14.
Smith was 14.
Maybe he was, or Marc-Andre Fleury was 10, I think.
Okay.
I think he might have been in 10. So yeah, Carey Price, though, was the starting goalie.
Carey Price came back with his gold medal, and there was some sort of TV show or whatever, and he was talking to, he goes into the training room, and all his teammates are there, and he's got his gold medal and talking, and they're like, how was it? Like, and he goes, it must have been crazy in practice. And I think he was talking to Gallagher at the time. I want to say it was Gallagher. He goes, dude, practice, I didn't stop one puck because just the level of skill of all, I couldn't stop a thing. I was really worried. That's Carey Price saying that, right? These guys are just going barring in every single shot. So, and that's what happens. You get around those guys, and they're just the intensity. Like, it's the Olympics now too, right?
They wanted this too. Like, this was a CBA negotiated thing. They hadn't gone. The players were like, we need to go to the Olympics. We want to be at the Olympics again. There's a lot of just, this is actually, Elliot Friedman, I saw something yesterday on one of his podcasts. I think he talked about how we might be seeing after the Olympics a number of players shut down for the season. That there's a lot of injuries and guys just getting, like, they're hurt, but they don't want to miss the Olympics. That they've played through it. They're going to get to these Olympics, and then they might get shut down after the Olympics. You might see some of that because this is their dream. This is what they've been waiting, 14 years or whatever.
Well, you look at who, it's only Crosby that has a gold medal.
And Drew Doughty.
Yeah. Right?
I don't know if there's any other Olympic experience that would be across the teams.
No.
I don't know if America would have any that have even been at the 14 Olympics.
Right.
Because none of them would have been at 18. None of them would have been in 22.
No. None at 18?
We had, like, NHL hockey was going on.
I know, but there could have been someone.
There would have been a really young player.
Because there were some guys in the minors that went.
Yeah. There was an Oiler that ended up going. Like, he was a PTO or something.
Okay.
I forgot what his name was. He was a good player.
Ben Scrivens was the goalie.
I forgot who it was in 2018.
I think he got hurt, though.
Here's a question, though, that I'll have that came up on the Hangout earlier this week. Oh, here's Gilbert Brulé was on that team. Derek Roy was on that team.
Yeah.
Chris Kelly, that's who I'm thinking of. Rob Klinkhammer was on that 18 team.
Oh, cool.
Quentin Howden was on that team. Ben Scrivens was on that team. Should check the U.S. to see if there's any names that pop up. Brian Giunta was there for them that year. Ryan Donato. I think, too. And Marco Arcobello. Who's more important to Team Canada? I'm going to do this one different. Because on the Hangout, it was who would be a bigger loss. But I'm going to say now who's more important, Crosby or McDavid?
That's a good one, Matty. I still think it's Crosby.
That's where Belzy went to.
He's just... I think before Four Nations, you're like, God, does he still got it? And at this level, and he dominates. First scores, does the behind the back pass to McKinnon, first goal, and has a phenomenal tournament. I think it starts with him. He's still playing at such an elite level too. And let's face it, half the guys that are on this team when they were younger looked up to him. He was the GOAT compared to him. Most of these guys modeled their games after him. So, yeah, I think, and he's done it all before. There's no, I don't want to say there's no pressure, but in Crosby's case, yeah, all he wants to win gold, obviously, but he's done it all before, and he doesn't have that angst of not doing it.
Well, he's also he's still playing at that high elite level. that you still have the production, but then you get the leadership.
Yeah.
And that's the separation for me for McDavid and him. Like if I'm talking about who is the better leader that we're talking about, Canada, it's going to be Crosby. It's just true. And you could see that from the players, that there was the thing from the orientation camp where I think it was Crosby, McDavid, and Bennett. I think it was them. And they were up answering questions. And McDavid and Bennett had hats on. And Crosby kind of looked at McDavid, and McDavid immediately took his hat off. And then he's touching Bennett. And Bennett's like, and he's like, he makes it like a real big show of like, I got to take this hat off. Because Crosby was like, no. Hey, we take the hats off type thing. That's like, that's what you saw. And
that's so subtle.
Absolutely. And that's why, like, if Crosby was maybe 75% of the player that he is right now in terms of production that he's doing at this age, I'd probably lean towards McDavid. But because his production is still where it's at, and then you add in all the leadership that he brings, I truly believe that, he is still the more important. If there is a Canada Gold we're talking about, we're talking about what Crosby did with this team.
And I think,
and not to take anything away from McDavid.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's the everything that you get with Sidney Crosby.
And he talked about just the other day about in 2010, I believe Parise scores and they're like, what just happened? And they're in the room. And he said he felt anxious, right? And he looked over at Scott Niedermayer, and Scott was basically like, "Is he awake right now?" Like, and he just goes, "Yeah, we'll score right away." Like there was no doubt in his mind that they were winning that game, and it was kind of, he felt this sense of relief. Oh, I guess we're winning. And if you remember correctly, he didn't have a great tournament in 2010. Like I thought Jonathan Toews was actually the best player on Canada's team over the whole course of the Olympics there, and then you get to the Four Nations, and you heard some guys talking about going into overtime and that angst again. But then they look over at Crosby and they look at Doughty and they're like, no, we're just going to go score. Right? That's the kind of thing you have in that dressing room with those guys. And that's why I think they're the most important pieces.
Coob, we got a text from Pizza Boy. If you could grab that picture, and then I'll read the text after. I do want to show this on the show. You think you can do it in the next 2 minutes? You want to do it, take a break and come back after Lee and do it before we get to Lee?
I can get it right now.
Okay, I'll wait till you get that. This is for specific nasties out there. So I'll wait to read to this. Aidan O'Neill, who are other teams more worried about, though? McDavid or Crosby? But those are different. But now they're not the same to me. In the sense is what we're talking about kind of with Crosby, what you get is also everything that's happening in the locker room, that's happening off the ice, that's happening away from the rink, that's getting this team ready to go. Teams only have to worry about what's happening on the ice. And McDavid is the best player that Canada has. There's no question. And that's why I compared those two. Because, and Tommy did take McDavid when we asked his name, because he said he's just the best player. And from that, like that is so important. But if you lost Crosby, like that was where this all started, was going into him. If all of a sudden Crosby says, I can't go to the Olympics, everything else you lose with Crosby.
Yeah.
You're not replacing that. You're not replacing that.
Yeah.
And that's where teams are going to focus on McDavid more. And that's their primary focus. But it's the other stuff that's why Crosby, though, is more important for the Edmonton Oilers, for Team Canada. It's great that we have both. It's great. Like Crosby isn't even our fourth best player on our team. You know, McKinnon and Makar are above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that on the screen. You can send that. I got this text from Pizza Boy. Guys, did you even know how close your favorite rapper, how close you are to your favorite rapper, Shoddy Mills? He works at the Costco Business Center. Photo attached. He didn't know about EST, but he does now. And there's a picture Pizza Boy sent us with. Apparently that's Shoddy Mills.
I think that I'm pretty sure. Like,
I don't know
I'm
what Shoddy Mills looks
99% sure that's Shoddy Mills. When I opened up the text line and I saw that picture, it was Pizza Boy with the locally famous one Shoddy Mills.
I know there's a lot of nasties that want him on our station. There's a lot of nasties that want him on the Hangout or something. So there you go. He's actually not far from us.
Well, and the funny thing is, you could tell in the photo that's a Costco as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's,
you could just see
the business center.
That's the business center. Yeah. He was here picking up some GCs, Pizza Boy.
Okay.
So I had saw him. So I know it's just over there too. So I guess if we really need one, Shoddy Mills, he's not that far.
That's great.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Very interesting.
We've got Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. We're going to talk Super Bowl 60. Seahawks, Patriots, Hernan, Gager, myself, The only one so far that have picked New England in this office that I believe. It is him. Can confirm. Asked to confirm. And, so he did ask.
What, are you looking at his driver's license?
Let me see. Give me that driver's license.
Does it say shoddy mills on his...
We will get to Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. And then to wrap up the show around 2:40, the Screw It, Let's Do a Parlay. We got a Coop Sports Update. He's Gager. I'm Matt. This is EST Afternoons. We're here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. NFL Talk with Lee Hacksaw Hamilton coming up in just a few minutes.
Gavin McKenna's felony aggravated assault charge has been dropped after prosecutors reviewed video of the incident that occurred January 31st where McKenna allegedly struck a male in the face. The 18-year-old Penn State product is still facing misdemeanor charges, including simple assault, disorderly conduct, and engaging in fighting and harassment. Now, at ice level, it's the Oil Kings in action. They face off against the Warriors at 7 from Rogers Place. Meanwhile, the Nate Ooks women's hockey team plays host to the Broncos at 6. Nate's rolling on a 2-game win streak. Golden Bears hockey, the Thunderbirds roll to town from UBC. That's a 7 o'clock start from Clare Drake. They rematch tomorrow at the same time and same place. For the Elks, they've re-signed Jacob Lamont for next season. He's been with the club since being selected 19th overall by the Double E in 2022. And round 2 at the Phoenix Open, Hideki Matsuyama leads at 10 under through 18 holes played. Canadian Mackenzie Hughes dropping to 30th. He's 3 under through 9 holes played. And second, it's Chris Gotterup, the American, at 9 under, playing 5 on the day. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton checks in next to talk all things Super Bowl. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Mark McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense. Back here on EST Afternoons in the William Huff studio, here on the west end of town. Portions of this hour I almost said the hangout there, but portions of this hour of EST Afternoons. They're brought to you by the Canadian Burros. Taco Tuesday just leveled up at the CBH all day, $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas after 4 p.m. Also sip on $6 margaritas, $2 off corner on tankers, and tequila shots also starting at $5.99. We've got the big Super Bowl game on Sunday, Super Bowl 60. We got the New England Patriots. We got the Seattle Seahawks. And joining us once again, he's one of our favorites. He knows his stuff, and that's Lee Hacksaw Hamilton on with Iwanyk and Gage. And Lee, we greatly appreciate the time in advance of this big game on Sunday. Let's start with looking at the coaches of both these teams. You got Mike Vrabel, who just won Coach of the Year. You got Mike McDonald, who's his second year as a head coach in this league. Who are these guys as coaches? We obviously know Mike Vrabel from a player, and what makes them so good that's allowed them to coach their teams to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, hi, guys. Good afternoon. Thanks for the invitation to join everybody in the Great White North. It's fascinating. First of all, it is stunning. There's no Kansas City Chief team playing on Sunday. And it's shocking to me there's no Philadelphia Eagle team playing on Sunday, considering the depth of all the talent they have. It's equally surprising when you look at New England, where they were for 2 years in a row up until opening kickoff this season, this past fall, and where they are now. It is absolutely stunning. They were 8-26 at the end of the Belichick run and the mess with Jared Mayo. And now they're sitting here as New England rolls into the Super Bowl on a real heater. They've won 16 of their last 17 games, and they've just beaten 3 of the top defenses in the league to get to Super Bowl Sunday. So that's a fascinating arrival point for New England. And in terms of Seattle, I think the most unique thing is their front office, their general manager, who nobody knows, has rebuilt this thing a second time into a Super Bowl team with a different coaching staff, entirely different roster, and different quarterbacks. A phenomenal front office job. And collectively, these two teams have come together. Specifically, the coaches, Mike McDonald, young guy, comes off the Harbaugh tree in Baltimore. Everybody's coming off the Ravens coaching tree these days. Very impressive defensive guy, X and O's guy, very smart guy, communicates really well. Players coach, and he's just got these guys believing that everything we call is going to work because it has worked. So that's one item. He knows his football, and obviously he walked in the front door, inherited a really good roster that his general manager has put together for him. The other guy, all that guy's ever done his whole life, Mike Vrabel, is win. Won as a player. Now, linebackers and tight ends, those are not sexy positions, but he was pretty accomplished. And then he got to New England, and he learned so much more football, coaching of football, relationships in football under Belichick, that he's just taken over, and he has revitalized the Patriots. Now, he got some help because he convinced that owner to spend money in free agency, and he convinced his own general manager, and we'll talk about that in a second, go get me these specific players I want for this system we're going to run. And their rebuild process was really slow because the past drafts under Belichick were not very good at all. But obviously they hit on a kid that had great upside with the arrow pointed up in Drake Maye, and now they've built out around him. But that coaching staff is kind of unique in how they handle, how they approach everything. So it's fascinating because Seattle's coaching staff says, this is what we're calling, and it's going to work, and it works. New England's coaching staff, Vrabel and Josh McDaniel, have done a real good job keeping a new team emotionally together. This series doesn't work. We take sacks, we turn it over, no problem. Our defense go out and get the ball back, and we'll try again. And that's why they've been in so many one-score games right down to the crunch. They approach it a little bit differently than the lightning strike that comes out of the Pacific Northwest. So that's the background on these two coaches. I have just fascinating stories how these two teams have gotten there.
You quickly mentioned the GMs there. Can you tell us more about the GMs? Because it's funny because in football, like I think less than hockey or baseball or basketball, we focus just on that coach. And the GM could almost be forgotten that we don't know their names also because sometimes the football head coach just has that little extra power. Who are these two GMs and how have they gone about building these teams?
Well, it's interesting. I spent 17 years as the voice of the San Diego Chargers and then the Seattle Seahawks. So I had really good working relationships with every different layer of a football organization. GMs are just at the other end of the hallway, behind closed doors all the freaking time. They don't talk player personnel. It's the CIA. They don't release any data. They don't want anything to leak out. when you go in their draft rooms and they got all these boards with all their rankings of the players. They're all locked up. He's just hardly ever get access to them unless it's maybe after the draft. But in terms of these guys, Eli Wolf grew up in football. He is the son of the legendary Green Bay Packer general manager and Raider executive, Ron Wolf. Eli Wolf's been there behind the scenes, worked under Belichick and was retained, and he is the right-hand man now to Vrabel. Now, Vrabel calls a lot of the player personnel shots in New England, but Eli Wolf went out there under the command, the directive of Mike Vrabel, go get me this guy, go get me that guy. They signed 9 veteran street free agents that Vrabel knew from different spots in the NFL that he took and he plugged in. Most of them are starting on the defensive side of the football. So that's a big starting point for them. I mean, guys like Milton Williams came from the Eagles, defensive tackle. That's a pretty good football player. Harold Landry, linebacker. He came from Tennessee. He had been with Vrabel there. Colton Davis down in Tampa Bay. He's one of their top veteran cornerbacks. Bobby Spillane came from the Raiders. Tough guy, inside linebacker. These were all guys that Vrabel pinpointed and said, I need these as the foundation people. And Eli Wolf went out and got them. And, of course, they had Drake Maye to start. The other factor in the equation is Vrabel sales pitches his players, this is the way we're going to do it. I was told that the first team meeting he had, he picked up a wastebasket. He took last year's playbook and he threw it in the wastebasket. And then he picked up a piece of paper and he flashed a blank piece of paper in front of every player and said, gentlemen, this is you. This is a clean piece of paper. This is how we're going to do business. You have a clean piece of paper with me. Not what happened last year, what happened at the end of Belichick. So his approach really appealed to people. And, of course, they got results because he knew player personnel. The other guy gets no recognition at all. And the job that John Schneider has done in Seattle is phenomenal. I mean, he built Super Bowl team with Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll. And then he rebuilt the Super Bowl team and gave it to Mike McDonald. And his acquisitions, when they kick off on Sunday, guys, 13 of the 22 starters in Seattle are John Schneider draft picks. Wow. It's absolutely stunning. And then he went into the marketplace and he brought guys in that struggled someplace else, failed someplace else, ran out of patience and time someplace else. And these guys worked out. First of all, the quarterback, obviously, Sam Darnold, we're going to talk about him. Cooper Kupp was on his last legs with the Rams after some glorious seasons. He's found life again in the Northwest. Shaheed, the kick returner. Nobody wanted him. They picked him up. Look at the integral role he plays there. And then in the trade market, he got DeMarcus Lawrence from Dallas. He got Leonard Williams, a stud inside tough guy tackle from the New York Football Giants. He got Ernest Jones, one of the leading tacklers that the Rams had to let go because of the cap. He got Uchenna Nwasu from the Chargers, who they didn't want anymore. He got Julian Love from the Giants. I mean, he's brought in 10 vested veterans and his hit on every one of these guys. These teams also have had the luxury and maybe the good luck. They've hardly had any catastrophic injuries at all from their starters. And you don't see that around the NFL. These are the last 2 teams standing. These are probably the 2 most healthy teams that are still standing. But the GMs, they play an integral role about how we built this thing.
Lee, you mentioned Darnold. Obviously, I mean, he's proving everyone wrong all the way through these playoffs, hasn't stumbled. On the other side, the young Drake Maye, who, you know, he's in a massive shadow of Tom Brady. Tell us a little bit about these 2 quarterbacks and what's going to be the keys for them to have success.
Joaquin, it's such an interesting story, the reclamation project that is Sam Darnold. But, you know, he's a victim of the syndrome in the National Football League. You know, the draft, lousy teams don't have quarterbacks, draft a stud quarterback in college, force feed him. He gets pounded, he gets beat up, doesn't play well, everything falls apart, might get injured along the way, loses his confidence, gets gun shy, and he's gone. Sam Darnold has gone through 4 different teams because of what happened to him with the New York Football Jets. Now, granted, you have to understand, he is a byproduct also. Did I have enough around me? He did not have that with the Jets, got virtually no chance in Carolina, was a backup in San Francisco, and voila, he goes to Seattle, he walks in the front door, and that roster around him is loaded. Mm-hmm. All 5 of their draft picks The starters in the offensive line are draft picks. Their bookend tackles were John Schneider selections. So all of a sudden, he's got wide receivers who can run and get open. He's got tight ends or 2 deep or 3 deep at running back. And he's got a bunch of guys in the offensive front he can trust. All of a sudden, his game is different. And then the coaching staff, led by Clint Kubiak, who's going to leave on Monday and become the Raiders head coach. Kubiak comes up with this philosophy. We're going to let it rip. We're going to play to your strengths as a big, strong-arm quarterback who's got a lot of brass, and you're going to make throws. And if you turn it over, no damn problem. The defense will get the ball back, and we'll give you another chance to do it. He has not turned it over in the playoffs. Now, he had some bad stretches in midseason where he turned it over, and he had a lousy finish last year in Minnesota when he wasn't getting protection, where he turned it over right at the end of the Vikings season into the playoffs. But this kid is playing at a level of confidence we've never seen before. And this whole philosophy of let it rip, this is perfectly made for his persona and his physical attributes. And he's got a really good team around him. The other kid, Drake Maye, he's kind of unique. He's different. I mean, he suffered last year with a lousy team around him, got better and better. They try to run a more patient ball control offense with him. He's got an intangible that not very many quarterbacks have. He looks like a freaking linebacker. Mm-hmm. And he's got an extra gear. He breaks containment. When you think you got him boxed, he runs. He's got 141 yards rushing in 3 playoff games, and I'll guarantee you, he broke the back of the Chargers, the Houston, and the Denver defenses guys by the way he ran the football. And now, does he take sacks? Yes. Has he turned it over? He's fumbled it a bunch. He's taken a bunch of big hits, but he's also made a ton of big plays. So Josh McDaniels has just preached to him, be patient, don't panic. If it doesn't work this series, we're going to get the ball back and we'll work on it. That's why they've been in so many close games. They just hung in there, and they won a bunch of them in the fourth quarter, including a couple of these playoff games. So they're 2 very different quarterbacks. One's a stud that has been brought along and made it. The other was a stud who just paid a terrible price early on with bad teams and now suddenly has arrived. And my God, the confidence that he plays with Darnold plays with now, it's fun to see.
So the other than the quarterbacks, then where are the other areas that the teams need to focus on to have success on Sunday?
I think, it's a great question. Keys to the game. First of all, Sam Darnold comes in line of scrimmage. His pre-snap reads are going to be so convoluted. What he sees defensively from Vrabel may not be what's going to happen when the ball is snapped. So he's going to have to be able to handle different looks after the ball's in play. And can he get through his progressions if the play is not what he thought it would be? That's going to be a challenge. Can they pound the ball? Yeah. That running back is really good that Seattle's got. And now they'll just stay at it. They'll stay at it, and then they'll bust a couple runs. But the other thing is they got Jackson Smith and Jiba, and he's phenomenal. He's got 118 receptions. He's averaging like 18 yards per catch. And I think the burning question from the New England standpoint, how do you defend that? Because that kid is a game breaker every time he runs deep. And do they double him? Do they put a corner on him and a safety over the top and then just turn and tell Seattle, you throw to Cooper Kupp and throw to Rashid, see if he can beat us with them. We're going to take Njiba out of the game. So that's going to be fascinating to see that matchup. From the other side of the equation, when Drake Maye comes to the line of scrimmage, that's big boy defense Seattle's got. That defense up front is rugged. I don't know how New England is going to be able to run the football against them. And they got a bunch of speed guys who cover with size. Their back 7, Seattle defensively, is phenomenal. Please tell me how Stephon Diggs is going to get open and how the second tier wide receivers are going to get open. I think it's going to be hard for New England to move the football. This morning, I've written a bunch of stuff on my website, different columns and different takes on this. But I went through and broke down every position category, and the only category I gave New England the edge was tight end Hunter Henry. Every other category belonged to the Seahawks. So if you're asking me in advance, I'm picking the guys from the Pacific Northwest to beat the people from the state of New England in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a good game. And I think the chess matches, these coaches, those playbooks, what they call, what they force the quarterback into, I think it's going to be fascinating.
Lee, I was going to ask who you got, but it seems like you got the Seahawks. So enjoy Super Bowl 60 on Sunday, and I'm sure we'll chat with you at some points throughout the offseason. Thanks so much, Lee.
Once we get through this on a Monday, then the NFL offseason begins, and we got so many topics off the field that the NFL has to has to have discussion about, from the 18-game schedule to the Rooney Rule to a whole bunch of other things. So it's going to be a very interesting offseason. Guys, thank you for the invitation to be with you in the Great White North, and you enjoy the Super Bowl yourself.
Thank you, Lee. Check him out, LeeHacksawHamilton.com. He's got his own podcast and his own YouTube channel. Just a wonderful, wonderful guest. As I said, LeeHacksawHamilton.com. He joined us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable. For over 15 years, call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. We'll come back, and for Play Alberta, we'll build this Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. We'll try to build something on the National Football League. And I got to still see if I could try to build something on the Olympics. I'm trying to guess some of our medal hopefuls. There was a point I did 7 gold medal hopefuls, got it to like ridiculously high, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I should do a 7-legger. But maybe. We'll find out next year on EST Afternoons. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Iwanyk. We got Zachary Kubish with a sports update, and then we're back with the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
Prosecutors have dropped a felony aggravated assault charge against Gavin McKenna following video review of an incident where McKenna allegedly struck a male in the face, resulting in injuries. The 18-year-old Whitehorse native is still facing misdemeanor charges, including simple assault, disorderly conduct, and engaging in fighting and harassment. Oil Kings action, they face off against the Warriors at 7 o'clock from Rogers Place. Meanwhile, the Nate Ooks women's hockey team plays host to the Broncos at 6. Nate's rolling on a 2-game win streak. Golden Bears hockey, the Thunderbirds roll to town from UBC. That's a 7 o'clock start from Claire Drake. They rematch tomorrow, same time, same place. And for the Elks, they have officially signed Jacob Lamond for next season. He's been with the club since being picked 19th overall in the 2022 CFL draft. In round 2 at the Phoenix Open, Hideki Matsuyama leads at 10 under through 18 holes. The highest Canadian right now sits tied 26th at 4 under through the full day. So Darshan Yalamaraju holding that spot. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. Screw it, let's do it parlay. Round the Super Bowl next on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Back here for the final segment of EST Afternoons for this week. Matt Iwanyk in for Hernan Salas alongside Joaquin Gage and Zachary Kubish. Coming up at 3 o'clock, it is the Reed Wilkins Show with Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne, David Bunting in studio from 5 until 6. Coop, do you know who else is on the show for them? I should have asked them.
Yeah, Benny Thompson will be sliding in at 3:20 for the afternoon debate for
that
the
guy.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. Well, he'll be doing a Keep 3, Cut 5 Super Bowl related. It'll be a Super Bowl heavy program as well. There'll be bets sprinkled in throughout the show, so it's sure to be a fun one. Of course, that 2-hour lock shop, I must say, was fantastic to watch. I don't know if the bets will be as they'll be in depth for sure, but that lock shop, to extend it from 1 hour to 2 earlier today, that was amazing.
Hashtag justice for the lock shop. Hashtag justice for Huss. Let's win it in SD this year. Unlike the host number 5, who kind of has done everything he can to try to get in the way. Today, he was all in, so I'll give him credit. How many Super Bowl plays do we have at EST specials? Dusty want to load this up this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plays right now. We have an Olympics play and we have a Grandis play right now, but we have 17 Super Bowl specific plays. You want to know something, boys? Let's make it 18.
Okay.
Let's make this 18 for Play Alberta. Let's do the screw it. Let's do a parlay. Let's try to build something for the Super Bowl here. I don't know where you guys want to go. I can play around. I could do things. You tell me what you're thinking, whether you're thinking of a player, when you want to touch on all those, and I'll try to help build this together. Because I know you guys don't do the NFL ones much. You guys have focused on the hockey. So, Gager, what are you thinking?
I'm sticking in line with my thinking of who's going to win this.
You want to go with the win?
No. I'm going to go with Drake Maye.
Okay.
2.5 passing touchdowns.
Oh. Wow. So you think 3, that's a lot of passing touchdowns.
But I think this defense is, all they've heard over the last 2 weeks is how great they are.
Would you be willing to possibly bring that back down to 2?
I'll bring it to 2, man.
It's over
okay,
one.
I just want, because so I think I'm just looking at possible numbers. It might be about 130 for 2 passing. It's like 520-ish for 3 passing. So it's like, that's almost, you bet it on its own. But if we're putting in this part, let's just see what myself and Coop have.
Okay.
Let's see what myself and Coop have. Coop, what are you thinking here then?
I mean, he just won the Offensive Player of the Year award.
So you're going JSN?
JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. I'm thinking he's got a touchdown in both games in the playoffs so far. He's going to get another one here.
So you want to go touchdown score in a parlay? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, well,
we don't screw around.
You want to know something? Yeah, you guys don't screw it. Let's do it. Drake Maye 3+ passing. I'm going to put that one in there. JSN touchdown. That's plus 805 possibly before a boost or something. Okay. Well, see, then I gotta play what's within this parlay.
You're like, I'll go over like 5 yards.
No, I was going to go with, what I was going to do is maybe go with like a Stevenson touchdown. But if Drake Maye's throwing for 3 passing touchdowns, I'm not seeing a rushing touchdown from that side. You've got so you want to know something? I'm going to look at 2 things. I just want to look at what I can get for numbers here. Because I could also just make this crazy, throw a Kenneth Walker, the 3rd touchdown in there. What's his rushing yards? What is his rushing yards? I just want to see what the rushing yards are for that one.
We usually say something along the lines of screw it.
Let's do it. I know. So
there's no method to the madness. Okay, we just do it. They're due.
You want to know something? What are the 2 different odds here? You know what's better? I think, hey, this is a screw it, let's do it. This is adding to it. What are his numbers this year? I was gonna. It's more wild, which is for screw it, let's do it. If you want to go that way.
For Kenneth?
For Kenneth, rushing yards.
Oh, boy.
Now, the Patriots have a really strong rush defense. If I bring the Kenneth Walker rushing yards, you guys say screw it, let's do it?
Yes, we do.
They've got it set at 80.
80?
80.
Okay, well, he's hit 80.
How many times this season has he hit it this year?
In his last 5.
3 in his last 5?
Yeah.
He's done 83 in his last 5?
Yeah, he had 60.
Screw it, let's do it.
Screw it, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
it.
Yeah.
Okay, Drake Maye.
He had a couple big
3
days.
plus passing TDs. JSN touchdown, anytime touchdown. And then we've got Walker, 80 plus rushing yards.
Wow.
We'll see what that can get boosted to.
Yeah. Jeez.
If I'm using this properly, we could get that's going to be a ridiculous number. It might be a plus like 2,000 or something. So
why not?
We've gone closer to the silliest goose parlay, but
some days we do that.
Use your game sense.
Yeah.
Bet responsibly. That one I will send over. Okay, I'm also going to tell you what I'm building for an Olympics.
Oh,
so this is crazy because I built a 7-legger Olympic parlay. Actually, I could have went to 9.
Oh boy.
I have the over-under set for Canada Golds at 8.5, and I was projecting 7 of them. So I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but here's what I have. And I feel really good about most of these. So I got to go find them again all here on Play Alberta. I have, because a couple, like Canada, like we have a couple really, these are some of the medal hopefuls and favorites for Canada to win gold. You got Reese Howden in the ski cross. He's plus 175 to go win. You've got the legend himself, Mikael Kingsbury, at minus 167 to win Mogul's duel. So that I've got those two in there. I have Rachel Homan's ring to go win the curling women's. Like the only real play that you can get for them is if you're parlaying it in something. That's minus 175. So then there's a couple of other ones that you could throw into this. I got to go because I got to jump around between pages for these. There was snowboard cross winner, Elliot Grondin. He is the favorite, but he's plus 220. I am a little worried about him there, but that one you could go plus 220. There is Big Air woman winner. Where's that one that I have to find here? Because there's a couple big airs, but there's a Canadian female that I'm not as sold on. I'm not that sold on that one, so I'm going to stay away from that one. And then there was a couple speed skating that I looked at. So we had men's speed skating, 1,500 meter short track winner. The Canadian is minus 105, the complete favorite. And then you had the team relay, which I now have to go find somewhere here. And the Canadians were the favorite there as well. Oh, that Willie is the favorite in another one. Oh, he's favored in a few. I wish I could bet all on him. Oh, here it is. 500 meter Canada is the favorite. So I got to cut something out because I'm down to a 6-legger right now, and that's a ridiculous number. I think I'm going to take out the snowboard cross. Do you feel like a Canada, like this is betting on Canada? You have
both men's and women's hockey though, right?
No.
Really?
I don't think the women's hockey are going to get it done.
Oh.
I think the Americans showed that they are way too good.
They kind of...
And I'm worried about building such a thing, and then all of a sudden it gets blown because Canada loses to the US.
You don't want to jinx them?
I could do this, okay, but you want to know something? I'll throw this... I've met this a 5-legger. One thing I actually do feel comfortable make this a 6-legger, which just makes it also just ridiculous. But it's a Friday. Screw it. Let's do it. Canada just to win their group.
Okay.
This is plus 2,500.
Okay.
Without a boost.
Nice.
This is outright. Use your game sense, but it's on Canada. Like, these are chances for us to win gold.
You're going to cheer anyway. You might as well cheer a little bit louder.
We're going for ski cross. We're going for moguls. We're going a couple speed track. We're going for curling. You want to know something? I almost want to take Rachel Homan out of this. It's plus 1,600 still. I'm putting Rachel Homan.
Yeah.
Screw it. Let's do it. That's what we're going with.
Sweet.
I'm going to get
Good work,
those
Maddie.
built.
I like that.
Let's just keep bloating these up. This was a fun show. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Matty.
Thank you to Lee Hacksaw Hamilton for jumping on board today on the show. Zach, good job with Zach to the Future. Gager, this was fun. Go finish off those ribs if they're not finished off. We got the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne coming up until 6 o'clock tomorrow. Hello Hockey. Who's on? Matthew Darsh? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
He's on with Tommy and Belzy and Benny. And then it's the Super Bowl 60. We'll be at Centric Casino for that one. Then recapping it all Monday morning right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. On behalf of Gager, Coob, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to EST, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Plow Alberta. Reed Wilkins Show with J Mill coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.